When I joined the force, there weren't many female senior officers. It was not clear where our careers would bring us. But we knew we wanted to take on operational roles. So together we spoke up and expressed this interest to senior management. Eventually we found ourselves as the first few female head operation and division commander. It was tough, but satisfying, especially when major events we oversaw concluded successfully. I believe that leader can make things happen. A good leader needs to be developed, which is why I'm passionate about mentoring officers. Even though I'm with ICA now, I was happy to return as a chief mentor for the SPF Command and Staff course last October. I often share stories with my mentees as I believe they can learn from my experience. It was also through mentoring that my mentee and I were inspired to formalize the Police Women's Committee as we and some of the female officers organized celebrations for the 65th years of women in policing. Looking back, the force provided me many opportunities that would probably be hard to find elsewhere. To me, gender is not an excuse for not achieving what you want. Rather, hard work is the key to success.
Today, female officers are given equal opportunities to excel. It is about ability, not gender. I believe that all officers should advocate for themselves and grab the opportunities that they seek. That was why about 7 years ago, I decided to look for a female mentor who could understand what I was experiencing and advise me on my career and family. And that was how I found Ma'am Zuraida, whose mentorship I will always be grateful for. These past few years, the force has been undergoing a transformation. New initiatives are needed to meet tomorrow's challenges, and I have been privileged to be at the forefront of this change. Each day in the force is a different challenge and opportunity for me to grow, both professionally and personally. There is nothing holding me back from reaching my full potential.
My career with the force has brought me to many places, from traffic police to the neighborhood police center to training command and even overseas. Since 2001, I have gone for 3 missions with the United Nations Peacekeeping Force to East Timor. First as a member and then subsequently as a Singapore Contingent Commander in 2007 and 2010. Training was tough. We had to undergo the same training regardless of gender to prepare ourselves for the challenging working conditions there. The Singapore contingent was a very close-knit group. We trusted and looked out for one another. As a contingent commander, I felt this responsibility in me and reminded myself every day that 21 officers left for the mission, 21 must return. I was glad that we did it. UNPKF will always remain an important part of my career and life. This overseas mission reminded me not to take the safety we enjoy in Singapore today for granted, and that I must do my part to safeguard it.
Sometimes, as a police officer, we meet people who commit crime out of desperation. They may be in financial difficulties or are struggling with family problems. As a law enforcer, we need to uphold our professionalism. However, this does not stop us from helping people in need. There are other ways that we can give back to the society and help others above and beyond what we do as police officers. Which is why in 2012, I started volunteering with some of my colleagues in the same division and working closely with our community partners. From my first Make-A-Wish event, this quickly evolved to regular local and overseas volunteering with fellow officers, friends and family. Once you have seen how a little bit of kindness can really help others, it is almost impossible to stop. I am grateful to have the support of my supervisors and colleagues. Their support gives me the space to pursue this meaningful cause alongside police work. I hope to continue touching lives and inspiring my children to do volunteer work.
Hours as a police officer can be irregular, and the nature of our work requires us to be on call 24/7. My husband, who is a retired police officer, used to work irregular hours too, but we still managed to make time for our family. My husband and I were strict to our children when they were young. We nagged at them to be careful and insisted they avoid places we knew to be unsafe. it must not have been easy for them. My children are all grown up. Seeing that they are doing well makes me feel proud. I am thankful and happy to be able to do a job that I love without compromising on my family commitments.
I never thought of becoming a police officer after I graduated. When I was young, I heard many interesting stories on my parents' work and saw how hard they worked, but I never knew what exactly it was like to be police officers. After I graduated, I spoke to my mom about my career options. She encouraged me to join the SPF, saying that I would enjoy the dynamic nature of the work. I then decided to take a leap of faith, and I'm glad that I did it. When my parents attended my graduation ceremony, I could feel the sense of pride and joy, although they didn't say it. Things were different for my parents. There was no graduation ceremony in the past, and the parents did not witness the moment they became police officers. While there are always changing nature of crime and new ways of fighting it, knowing my parents can relate and understand what I'm going through gives me the confidence. I know that my mom and dad will always be there if I need advice. Being in a family of police officers, it is rare that we can be colleagues and family at the same time. Policing is both exciting and challenging. I am proud to be a police officer, and I look forward to what I will discover in this career.